What's up, guys? I want to talk about mastering chains. So mastering chains, it really depends on the program material. It depends on the track in question. It depends on the dynamics, and it depends on how you mixed it. So basically, I always start out with C6, and this kind of levels everything out, and you'll hear that now. That's before, this is after. And it clears up some headroom and makes it all nice and neat. So I have two series of EQs here. I have one in mid mode, or yeah, I guess regular EQ mode, just as a reparative kind of measure to carve out these. Here, I'll just do this first. To carve out a bit of the mid and some of the high. So like some of this, I might want to turn it on. So there's a bit of a like a talky kind of kick. Just kind of cleaned out a bit of the ringing, and this frequency I don't really like sometimes. You can barely hear it, but in the end it works out pretty well. So I have another EQ here, which is the side EQ. So this is to kind of enhance and balance the stereo image of the track. And I kind of did it like a dip here to give it some space, and I, gave it a big mountain up here. And you'll hear that now. Probably hear it better on this part. It kind of moves the image, or it moves the wideness of that lead up a little bit higher, kind of out of the way. So when you take away, you must give it back around here, and it just kind of shifts it, and it works pretty well. So what I do here, this is my gain staging, so I kind of reduce the volume a little bit so I could pump it back up with the vintage warmer. I have it on fat mode and multi, and it really adds a bit of drive and like a subtle amount of distortion. It really does a lot of neat things to the high and low end, and highly recommended. Just turn the drive up, set it to fat and multi, and you're good to go. Alright, so I have another, what the heck? Oh, I have this just to kind of detect the peaks and to see where I'm going. I also have it set to punchy, and it's kind of a limiter before the limiter. This will kind of even everything out after the vintage warmer, because vintage warmer has a lot of crazy stuff and artifacts. And it works pretty well. So I have that on. But it's not really doing much. I can also, increase the gain. So I can give it a bit of punch, just subtly. So like the trick is to add like little bits of effects, and they all combine to make, cool stuff. And right here, I have a high cut and a roll off. So I use like multiple EQs. Nothing wrong with using multiple EQs. I have this set, so say the stereo wideness I added here, and vintage warmer, it could add, some things that are unexpected in the high and the low end. So I just kind of rolled it off here. I want to turn it on. Right, just simple roll off, and simple high cut and simple roll off. What this does is it doesn't like cut all the bass frequencies. It just kind of makes them at the point of 20 hertz just kind of more gentle. They're still there, and it'll still sound good on big systems, but it won't make the maximizer or your limiter act in crazy ways. And yeah, it's kind of that simple. And of course I have my L2, which I've been using since forever. And you just kind of bring the threshold down. And you can see the attenuation is kind of going, and that's what you want. It'll add some loudness. You want a bit of loudness, but you know, we didn't go for like brick wall loudness. No sausages here. And we took away a bit of the ceiling, 1.5. So yeah, we will kind of leave it like so, and turn these all on in succession, and you'll see kind of what it sounds like. I'll start off here. And that's pretty much how you do it. There's no limit to how much you can do on your master. Just depends on your style and preferences, and that's how you make your sound unique. Just go to town, don't overdo it. So the thing is, it's just little tiny adjustments. So instead of like having like 1 or 2 effects at extreme values, have an extreme amount of effects at lower values. And yeah, alright, take care and hope you learn stuff.